Hey, how's everyone doing there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. It's going to be a Saturday action and exploitation review. Each Saturday I will pick a film from the collection having to deal with action or exploitation and review it for you guys. So this Saturday my pick is going to be 1982's Vice Squad. It stars Wings Hauser. It came out in LA Bounty and The Wind. Also stars Susan Hubley. She came out on Escape from New York and Stepfather 3. And this also stars Gary Swanson. He came out in Sniper and The Bone Collector. This is directed by Gary Sherman. He also produced Poltergeist 3 and Lisa. Okay, so let's get into this film, guys. It's basically a street film. It surrounds Princess. She's played by Susan Hubley. She's pretty much this prostitute, and she has a daughter, which she really cares for, and she's trying to get out of the life, but she just can't because she needs the money. She wants to get money to get her and her daughter somewhere else, out of the city and out of that life. But meanwhile, she's still struggling, has to stay on the streets. So she has a friend named Ginger who's also a prostitute, that they're pretty much friends. She gets a call from Ginger saying that this guy Ramrod, played by Wings Hauser, he's like a pimp. He's not Princess's pimp, but he's Ginger's, and he's pretty much a psycho. He beats women, pretty much has a thrill with like murder. He's a psycho. So you got Ginger calling Princess and pretty much telling her that he's lost it. He's after her. He's already beat her up pretty bad, and she's hiding in this spot where he knows, and Princess is worried about her. So she tells her she'll be right there. She just has to, get her daughter out of the picture. So as she gets her, she goes back to the streets, but as she gets there, she's a little too late. Ramrod has already got a hold of Ginger and pretty much murdered her. So that sets off Princess. She meets up with this detective named Tom Walsh, played by Gary Swanson, and he has Princess on a drug bust, and he's telling her if she don't help them capture Ramrod, that she's pretty much going to go to prison and miss out on her daughter growing up. So she decides to pretty much kind of help the cops out, go undercover and capture Ramrod, get him and on some evidence to bring him in. So as she does this, it's very dangerous because Ramrod's a pretty sharp guy. He's a street pimp, and he's also pretty brutal and dangerous. So you have Princess get caught up with this. They end up pretty much busting Ramrod and arresting him, but then he escapes and he wants revenge, and he vows it on Princess. He'll stop at nothing to pretty much murder her the same way he did Ginger. So now you have Princess on the run from this guy. He's chasing her down, and you have Detective Tom Walsh trying to get to Ramrod before he gets to Princess. So you have an action going. You got a lot of action going throughout the film, and pretty much a race against time to save Princess before Ramrod can get to her. And you have back and forth shootouts and a lot of street scenery. So that's pretty much the film I could give away. That's pretty much the film I can talk about without giving away any spoilers. This is a 1982 like crime, action, and exploitation film. I really enjoyed this film. Let's talk about the film's thing. I really like the soundtrack. It's very 80s out. Oh, I know I say that, but I'm a sucker for 80s soundtracks. I like the story. I think it's solid. And you got Wings Hauser as Ramrod. He plays a pretty psychotic killer, and he's on the streets hunting and pretty much brutalizing these women throughout the streets. And you got Princess in a excellent, strong role in this one. As pretty much not only the victim, but she's also fights back. She's a real strong character. And I like Tom Walsh as Gary Swanson as Tom Walsh as the detective. He's a no holds barred detective and pretty ruthless throughout his force there. And you got the Vice Squad, which they do crack down on prostitution and pimps. And it has a great Hollywood setting. You really get the feel of that. So my flaws on this film, not much on this film, man. I really enjoyed it. The only maybe nitpick I would have is there should have been more kills in this film, but I guess with the action it overcomes that somehow. So that's just a little nitpick. But yeah, this film's great, man. I would compare it to Angel and also Street Walking, which I also reviewed. I think Street Walking's slightly better than this one, my opinion, but this one's right neck to neck with it. So yeah, overall, I would recommend this film if you're into these kind of films, and this one's a blast. Now, time for the rating. I would give this film a 4 out of 5. That's my opinion. I really enjoyed this film, and I could rewatch it again. These are my type of films, like style and stuff, and yeah, it's a pretty solid film. So this is going to be the review for 1982's Vice Squad. Um, everybody hit a everyone hit a like, subscribe, and comment as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Everyone stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. Be kind to each other. This is an Undead Saturday action and exploitation review. Everyone take care out there. Peace.
The dream and the nightmare. Somebody call the guy!